Short documentary. It's 1925. Martinique. A boy stares at the sea, caught between empire and home. His name is Frantz Fanon. War arrives. Teenaged Fanon joins the Free French forces, fights Nazis, earns a medal. Even in a uniform, a black man can be made invisible. Post-war France. Medical school in Lyon. Psychiatry becomes his scalpel, language his X-ray. He studies how racism rearranges the mind. In 1952, he publishes Black Skin, White Masks, Desire, Shame, Masks We Learn to Wear Just to Breathe. Then, Algeria. He takes a post at Blida Joinville Hospital. Patients arrive broken by torture, by poverty, by a silence that won't end. Fanon breaks down the walls, literally, opening wards, creating clubs, music, football, community. Healing, he realizes, is political. The clinic cannot stay neutral when the world is sick. He meets the revolution, the FLN. A psychiatrist becomes a witness, then a participant. He writes dispatches, he treats the wounded, he is expelled by the colonial state. He keeps going, from Tunis to Accra, carrying a briefcase of case notes and manifestos, urging a continent to breathe on its own. 1959, a dying colonialism. The veil, the radio, the household become battlegrounds of meaning. 1961, the wretched of the earth. Dictated in a race against leukemia, it's part diagnosis, part fire alarm. He warns, colonization is violence that seeps into bone and language. Decolonization is not a handshake, it's a remaking of the human. He speaks of the wretched, not as victims, but agents. He warns of the national bourgeoisie, elites who swap flags but keep the same hunger. He argues that liberation without culture, without new institutions, rots. He prays for a new humanism, born not in Europe's shadow, but under a wider sun. And yes, he writes of violence, controversially ferociously. Not as spectacle, but as a toxic inheritance. He asks, if violence built the world you live in, what heals its scar? He never confuses rage for a plan. He demands organization, education, culture, work that outlives the gun. December 1961. Fanon dies in a Maryland hospital, 36 years old, exiled, manuscript complete. The book is carried back to North Africa like a flag. Harlem, Johannesburg, Port-au-Prince, Gaza, Paris. Anywhere a police siren lingers, anywhere a passport decides your future. Someone opens Fanon and hears a pulse. What did he want? Not revenge, renewal. A world where a child doesn't learn their place from the barrel of a gun or the accent in their mouth. A politics of dignity, a medicine for the soul. How to read him now? Start with Black Skin, White Masks, meet the mask maker, read A Dying Colonialism, watch Everyday Life Revolt. Then, The Wretched of the Earth, sit with its fury, its warnings, its hope. Who benefits? Who belongs? What are we building that's truly new? Fanon never promised easy cures. He asked for courage, to see clearly, to refuse the old disguises, to make another future with our hands. The sea he stared at, as a boy, is still moving. The question is whether we are. If this stirred something, don't stop at the quote. Read the work. Test it against your street, your country, your life. Then decide what kind of human you're becoming.